Welcome to the Home Economics Show where we create the standard. This is part 2 of our interaction with Dr. Theresa Amu, Head of Department at the Family Life Education at the Faculty of Home Economics Education, University of Education, Winneba. Yes. Today she'll be sharing with us time management, how we should manage our time. Time is a resource. So she'll be sharing with us how to manage our time so that we can enjoy the quality of life that we hope to achieve. So join me as we interact with her. Thank you.
I am Dr. Theresa ALEXANDRA AMU, Head of the Department of Family Life Management Education in the Faculty of Home Economics Education, University of Education, Winneba. I am very passionate about one particular resource we have taken for granted, and it is time. Time is a resource, and it's a crucial resource, very, very important resource. But our perception about time over time has override the importance of time as a resource. And therefore, we are not able to make good use of this particular resource that is so crucial in our everyday life. It's crucial because it's a limited resource, and when wasted, cannot be regained. We all have 24 hours, and that makes it limited. 24 hours gone, and it will not come back. So it's important that we learn how to make good use of this very important resource to get the best in life. I like this philosophy that time is money. And truly, time is money. If we manage our time well, we will get more than money. But how to do it is a problem, because our concept of time is put in morning, afternoon, and evening. So for a typical Ghanaian, if you ask him or tells you, I'm coming to visit you, and you ask him when, he will tell you, I'll come in the morning. And morning stretches from, when do we get up? Let me start from 6 a.m. to 12, and morning ends. And then afternoon starts. So we are not able to be specific as to when that activity or visit will take place. So morning, I'll come. When? Oh, by let's say 12 o'clock, I'll be there. And you will have to sit and wait, and sometimes it will stretch to 12, 1, 2. And because of this, a lot of things get not done, because we overstretch time, morning, afternoon, evening. And because they swing into each other, morning swings into afternoon, afternoon swings into evening, evening swings into night, we are not able to be specific as to what we can do within the morning time, what we would want to do within the afternoon time, and what we can do within the evening time. And mind you, in the night, we have to rest, we need to sleep. So part of the night is not for you. And yet, we just calculate our time over the 24 hours. And therefore, we don't make good use of the time. but time is the frame within which every activity takes place. So if we are not able to make use of the time, good use of the time, then it means there are other things that you will not do them, or will not do them right, or will never ever get the time to do them. And therefore, we need to know how to manage time. Managing time means we have to be conscious of the stretch of time, the 24 hours, where it begins for you and where it ends for you. Everybody has when time begins and when it ends. It's peculiar to you. Excuse me. Somebody is able to make good use of the night. Another person is very active in the afternoon. Somebody is only good in the morning. So if you don't know your time, it's difficult to manage it. You need to know your time. When are you able to work? Morning, afternoon, evening, night. So that you plan time. In planning time, you look at your peak activities. Who am I and what am I doing? As I sit here, I'm a teacher. And as a teacher, my morning till 5 is engaged to interact with my students and to impact knowledge, facilitate learning activities. And therefore, morning 6 to 5 needs to be planned for me. I'm a family person, and therefore part of the morning is for the family. So I need to know when that starts and when it ends. My lecture time starts 7:30, and therefore for me, morning 5 to 6:30 is for the family. 6:30 down the lane, I need to prepare for my students in order to have fruitful interactions with them. These things have to be taken into critical consideration when it comes to planning time and the use of time. When to wake up, when to finish household chores, when to come to my office for work, the activities I have to carry out in my office, in my classroom, needs to be planned, and the time, the duration for each activity needs to be considered. And that's how every person should look at his or her time. Somebody's mornings will start at 9, so the person can rest, sleep, or carry out household chores till 8, and by then you should be getting ready for your activities for the day. And these activities should also be graduated. When should they start and when should it end? When it ends, what follows? But we are influenced by what we term African time. I don't know where that term came from, because time is time everywhere. I don't know how we got this African time syndrome from. And therefore, we look at time and the program will start at 10 o'clock. I'll be there 10:30, 11 by that time. And you see that everybody will be thinking along the same line, and therefore the program that should start at 10 will start at 12, 1, 2, eating into other activities. So as we push activities down the time lane, others get pushed out. And that's how come we are not able to achieve our goals in life. we are not able to get the best out of life. The white men they are not superhumans. They are human beings like us. They have their difficulties, they have their challenges, they have their pain and everything like us. But they are able to manage time, and they'll tell you, I'll come at 3, and by 3 they are there. The Ghanaian will tell you, I'll come at 3, and it will stretch to 5. And you are not wasting your time alone, but you are wasting other people's time. So it's important that we begin to reorient ourselves about time by planning the use of time. Look at your lifestyle, determine when your day starts and when it ends. Identify the peak activities and slot them on your timeline. There may be subsidiary activities that are equally important. Identify where they would fit so that you can execute them within the time you have given them. For example, you are a worker, you want to go to the bank. It's a subsidiary activity, and it must be done within a certain time because the bank doesn't work on Sunday or Saturday. So it is within the working day, Monday to Friday, that you can also visit the bank. And therefore, in planning your time, indicate where this subsidiary activity can fit and put it there, and make sure that when it is there, you make good use of that time by visiting the bank at the right time and do whatever you want to do. It's important we plan time so that we get the best out of life. We are not able to do so, and it is creating a lot of challenges, including health challenges. Because we don't plan our time, we don't have time for rest, because activities get jammed up and we become stressed out, and we are not able to manage our stress properly, and it has health implications. If we manage our time well, we will have to slot in the issue of leisure, rest, exercise in order to manage stress. Work life has its inherent stress. Whether you are working in an office, you are working on your own, you have employed yourself, work life has its inherent stress, which you need to manage. And you can only manage your stress well if you are managing time. And that makes time crucial. Again, if you are managing time well, you realize that you are able to consolidate time to use it for other activities. And that's where the philosophy of time is money is important. You can spend 1 hour somewhere and that will give you money. Now we are talking of unemployment, youth unemployment, and you see the youth sitting around complaining they don't have work to do, and it's all because they are not managing their time well. If you go into it, most of them don't even have the skills for work life. And instead of using the time available to acquire skills for work life, they sit around looking for jobs that are not available. But if we manage time well, time that seemingly we are not doing anything could be used to acquire skills, to acquire knowledge, to consolidate what we have, to expand our competencies and capacity. That would be useful somewhere. If we manage time well, it also makes us aware of the potentials that we have and how we can use them. Some people are good at speaking, And you can improve on that by making time and expanding that capacity, talking to people. Sometimes you can even talk to yourself alone to see how you flow. And it is in a good direction if you are making good 30 minutes. Do that. Stand in front of the mirror, see how you talk, your facial expressions, your gestures, and whether they are catchy, and improve on them. Do that in front of friends. Let them point out the flaws and begin to correct these things. And you see that you are there. With home economics, it's very, very important. If you manage your time as a home economist, then you have time to acquire other skills. You may be good in food and nutrition, but you can use little time to learn how to crochet in clothing, to learn how to use the needle to make beautiful stitches on articles, and it will go a long way to make you marketable. For us mothers in the home, managing time is very, very important. For us in relationships, managing time is very important. Consider the fact that you have a date and you are late for the date. How will the other partner feel? And what ideas would the partner have about you? But if you are on time, your partner will take you serious. If you are not, he or she may not take you serious. And therefore, time is important. As parents, we need time with our family. These days, families are not clicking because parents have no time, children have no time, relations have no time, because we are not managing time well. If you manage time and you are able to spare 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours with the family, you realize that you have fruitful interactions, you enjoy each other's company, and the family stays coherent. I would say that the problems we are facing socially, economically, even spiritually, are hinged on the fact that we are not managing time well. Thank you.
Indeed, time they say is money, and we have learned a lot from Dr. Amu. We have learned that we need to manage and save our time very well. If you're able to manage our time, you have time for friends, you have time for leisure, we'll be able to have time to exercise, we'll be able to have time to enjoy life. Time saving helps us. We all have 24 hours in a day, and if you're able to manage it well, we'll be able to crave and enjoy the life that we want. So remember to save time, remember to plan your time well, remember to have time in your planning for family and friends, and don't forget, if you're going on that date, to show up on time. Remember, first appearance always counts a lot. So until same time next week, when we come your way again with the Home Economics Show. This is the Home Economics Show, where we create a standard. Of course, we implore you to subscribe. If you're a new viewer, you can check out our old videos on the channel. And if you're an old, we expect you to like, share, comment. Your comments keeps us going. Give us ideas. What else do you want us to discuss? What else do you want us to bring to you? And at the same time next week, it's bye for now. Thank you.